gonna put me into the movies, Joseph, is that correct?
That's right, sir. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do. Clark Gable was a personal acquaintance, but I guess you knew that. Mary Baptiste, as I recall. You don't sound like you come from the West Coast.
So that's where I work nowadays. Screenplays mainly, editing sometimes, all stuff for Warner. And I thought, why not write something original, from the heart?
So you chose me.
That's right, sir.
How'd you get in?
There was a man, sir, he said.
Find the place?
Yeah.
Where you staying?
Beverly?
Gee, should have left your stuff.
I like to keep it with me, you know, these places.
Should have left it. You want to drink something?
No, but thank you, sir.
I forgot to clean. Take a seat.
You had a party here?
Tell me about your plans, Joseph.
My plans?
Your movie. You got 10 minutes before I need to go back to bed.
To begin with, sir, your story should be told.
Why does everyone need to be told stories? I don't understand it.
People should know about your work, sir.
What people?
Americans, I guess.
I'm Russian.
Yes, that's correct, sir, but you chose the States. That's my point.
I was 10.
Okay, so it's fate. It's a film about fate. It was your fate to come to this land and paint pictures. They couldn't have been painted anywhere else.
Why is that, Joseph?
Why, Mr. Rothko? Because they're so big. They embrace the viewer like our land embraced you, Mark. May I call you Mark?
No.
It's a film about finding the right place. The birthplace of these paintings. Time, place, creator. A perfect meeting. They emerge through mist. That's the way I see them. Massive, preordained. Just as the skyscrapers of Manhattan must have appeared through the morning fog of the Hudson before the wondering eyes of a young boy shivering on the deck of a Russian transport ship, his hand clutching his mother's skirts. Or maybe we see it from land. The creator approaches. Bright morning, expectant. Sunlight leaping off the Hudson. A foghorn across the harbor, the sound refracted. A million echoes among the stone canyons of the city. The face of Manhattan turned to the east, dazzling the sun. The Statue of Liberty, alone in a sea of light. Protector, mother. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door, and the ship slides by. Close up. A kid stands at the rail, gazing at a new world rising before him. Mama, I'm scared. Where are we, Mama? Where is this place?
Sound like shit.
It's a film about coming home. No, I was.
You were? How many?
How many?
Why, Joseph? How many?
One, sir, just one. Carol.
Your film won't sell, so it won't get made. Nobody gives a fuck about painting.
We can change that. That's what I'm saying to you. Just hit the right angle. Ours is coming home. People like that. In a year, Mark, you could be a household name. I'm serious.
Coming home.
I'm serious. Time stands still in this place. The place has an atmosphere.
That's right, it's filthy.
Painting.
Needs work. If I'd remembered you were coming, I would have racked it.
Glad you did.
So, you've seen the place.
It was Carol's idea to write to you just before, because I loved your work. She understood that.
Smoke?
I live alone now in Sacramento. I'm happy.
Good.
She didn't like the pool, so she swam in the sea. I didn't like her to do that, but she didn't always listen to what I had to say to her. She drowned a year ago to the day almost. You married twice, is that right? She gave me the idea to write to you. And the courage, Mark. It frightens me.
If you left your cases in the hotel, you wouldn't have to carry them around the whole time. I don't understand it. You should have left them.
I'll leave them tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I guess you want a lot of action in this movie. Running to the paint store, that kind of thing. It's hard to sustain. You see, if it was one of the other fellas, Pollock, Jackson would be a great subject for film. Action painter sounds good. But the edge you're looking for. A lot of paint flying around, a lot of stress, even a fist fight or two, dead in a car crash. Perfect. What are you going to call my movie, Joseph?
You'll see. I'll show you the first draft.
You show me the first page.
Okay.
When I first came to this place, I couldn't even speak the language. 10-year-old Yid in a bad suit. There's to be no reference to my first wife, nor to the state of my health, my aneurysm, and so forth. Nor are you to indulge yourself in any speculations, observations about personal habits, whether I choose to drink, smoke, whatever medications I may feel impelled to call upon. Is this clear to you?
We'll work together, a collaboration.
You'll work alone, Joseph. Sending me your work for any comment I may wish to make. If I'm dissatisfied with that work, style, content, or both, I will not sanction its release to any outside party, producers, directors, whoever. No part of the work at any stage of its development will be made available for copy or perusal to any party outside of myself. That includes personal friends and family. Am I making myself clear? I will leave a document with my lawyer. It will bear both our signatures.
So it's a deal.
There's nothing of the sort. Come back this time tomorrow. I'll give you an hour. I was born Marcus Rothko in 1903 in now Daugavpils in Russia. In 1910, my father left for America, followed by my brothers, Moishe and Albert. Mother, sister, and myself joined him 3 years later, shortly after which he died. I went to Yale, founded the Saturday Evening Pest, a radical news sheet, watched its demise, followed by that of my interest in Yale. I went to New York City, saw a nude model, became a painter, and doggedly remained so until comfortably off. You're getting all this, I can slow down.
Tell me about the paintings.
Okay, Joseph. People say my paintings are about nothing, an aesthetic and spiritual cul-de-sac, a celebration of the void. Sometimes I'm inclined to agree with them. How old are you?
Maybe I should know about the early stuff.
Oh, maybe you should know about the early stuff. Okay. The early stuff is representational. People and people, station to station, mood. Then my paintings become mythological, eagle and bull type stuff. That's it. What? It's your head. That's the problem. It's the wrong shape.
My head?
I've been trying to figure it out. It's the head.
So what is it drew you to mythology, Mark?
I've never seen a writer with a head like that.
What's wrong with that head?
Well, it's kind of wide at the top. It looks like a mushroom.
What's a writer's head supposed to look like?
Like you can write. I could have been a writer. Instead, I became a painter. It was a choice. A writer in Hollywood or a painter in New York. I chose New York because it's further away from my mother. That's right, it's the head. That's the problem. Are you going already?
What was Edith's attitude to your work? Your first wife.
I know who she is.
What was her attitude?
Why me?
What?
There are plenty of artists. Warhol, Lichtenstein. Why me? If one of the old boys you wanted, you could have talked to Clifford. He lives out west. Save yourself a trip.
I wanted you, Mark.
I'm flattered. This artist is messed up, right? Creative, neurotic, that kind of thing. Not at all. What's that? Is that the script?
It's an idea for a first draft, yes.
If Explore. Take a look around, the painting.
It's the painter I'm interested in.
The painter.
I need to understand where the work comes from.
I lost my pants.
What? Under the radiator? It's a bright morning. Expectant.
Let's hope it's not expecting too much. Show me it.
What?
Your work.
It's not ready, Mark.
Work in progress, Joe. It's okay, I'm interested.
I can't show you.
Seems a little unreasonable.
It's not ready.
I'm interested.
Mark, I really...
I'm interested! It's an epitaph.
It's about coming home, Mark. Just like I told you, it's a tribute.
I don't need to clear my throat nowadays in the fucking furious of here.
It's meant as a tribute.
When am I supposed to die?
It's just a movie.
My death?
I told you, Mark, it's a tribute, just like we agreed. Nothing to do with dying.
You've been coming here for 2 days, and all you've done is write a lousy fucking obituary.
This is crazy.
Who's crazy?
I'm not an intellectual, if that's what you want.
You're not intelligent.
You want me to go?
I want you to tell me why I should waste my time on a guy who's only here because he was sent by his wife. Fix me a drink.
You saved my life.
Well, that's good.
3 years back. It was hot. I needed to work. I couldn't find any. No publishers, no journals, nothing. Just New York in midsummer. I was sick the whole time. My brains... I couldn't sleep nights. Couldn't talk to people. They wouldn't listen to what I had to say to them. I'd buy someone a coffee. Hello, I'm new around here. Tell me about this. Tell me about that. I'm a writer. They start getting furtive. Eyes shifting around. When coffee's finished, they go. Fucking city. That's what it does to people. They get suspicious the whole time. Furtive. I went into the gallery not because I was interested in art at the time, but to get out of the sun. Looked at some art. Big stuff. Brash, like it knew it belonged there. Cruel. That's how it seemed to me. I was ready to go back to the hotel, packed. Go back to... Sorry to outstay my welcome. Your painting was to the right on the way out. Like a window. I like that. To look through. Beyond it, hot country behind smoke. Then I saw the others. All around me, they just seemed to appear. Pushing through the half-light. The place was full of them. This glow. I thought they were angels. Miracle paintings. True. And so fucking sad. That's how they seemed to me, and I loved them for that. I could feel water pouring down my face. It was an embarrassment. I hadn't cried since I was a kid. Not in public. Nowhere. I could hear the sound coming out of my throat like a... People getting edgy, I could tell. They started to sort of shift around me, moving away, so I found a bathroom, cleaned myself up. I felt shaky, but okay. I felt good. People seem different now. Altered. I wanted to tell them what had happened to me. What I found. These wonderful paintings. For us. They belong to us. Not to the city or the traffic, but to the citizens. Us. One day I would meet their creator. The man who told me I had a right to be here. It took me 3 years to do it, to write to you. I'd stopped talking to people in coffee bars, that was okay. No more questions, no more requests, I would simply stand outside, that was okay. But then you let me in. The weird thing is, having been here 2 days, of all the things I've learned, the clearest and yet the most confusing is I don't like you.
Come back tonight. I had them here, I'm sure I did.
When are you going to clean this place up?
Why, you thinking of moving in?
Filthy in here.
Well, it's filthy in here, what's the difference?
It hasn't got rubber soap.
That's because you've used it all.
I have to flush.
Well, you can wash in your hotel, I'm shaking here.
Okay.
I'm burning up, look at me.
I can't use this towel. There's paint everywhere.
What's the matter with you? It's a painter's studio, there will be paint.
In the bathroom?
You're a house-proud man, Joe, it's admirable.
What's wrong with that?
Admirable. I'm dying here. I gotta eat soon. I have them right here. Maybe I left them with Arthur.
He's gone to Philadelphia to see his mother.
How do you know that?
You told me.
I did? I forget. I need some water.
You got a tap.
Now that stuff stinks. I'm dying here.
You shouldn't have drunk so much last night.
I didn't drink.
If you hadn't drunk so much, you wouldn't be so dry. Call Mel.
She can't do anything. I gotta eat soon. I get dizzy if I don't eat. Bad when she phones. It's a bad sign. Maybe they're behind the radiator. Sometimes they drop down.
That's better the other way.
If it wasn't for the kids, I'd walk out the door. Edith was the same. I failed my army medical. I came home. Edith was in her workroom. She was my first wife. She was busy. She's always busy. She's running a jewelry firm. I'm myopic, I said. You didn't pass, she said. What do you expect? I'm blind. She turned around and looked at me, and I saw a strange look cross her face. First thing next morning, I went to my lawyer, filed for divorce.
Is that true?
I could take care of myself. I sometimes think about moving in here for good. Permanently, make this my address. Well, we had another fight 2 days back. Usual stuff.
Clifford sounds okay.
He's a bastard.
He's a friend.
They're destroying me. Clifford, Still, Barney, Newman, New York City, period.
You should come to the West Coast.
I don't like the West Coast.
Better than hiding up here. It's not helping the painting, Mark. It can't be. You need light, some bright colors.
Well, that's what Lloyd said.
That's right. Get out, see a bit of nature.
I hate nature.
Get out more. Where are you going?
The bathroom. Are those mafiosi from the Marlborough Galleries come around here? I know the game. Lloyd straight up whispering to McKinney, one of those guys. I know what he's saying. Get the older stuff, the bright ones. The dark stuff won't sell. They think I don't know what's going on. I spent 2 years working on some panels for Harvard University. I ran out of paint, so I went to Woolworths to get a cheaper brand. Now there's a white streak through the whole lot. Sounds to me like the whole set of a mess. It's only a university. Fuck it. I was asked to do the Four Seasons restaurant in the Seagram building. You know the Four Seasons? Sure. Art for a bunch of fat son of a bitches. The sole function of those paintings was to cause indigestion. If they want a backdrop for their feeding, they can ask Warhol. The surface very rapidly, working to the center very rapid, that way it dries evenly. 2 weeks of thinking, followed by 60 seconds of chaos.
That's a lot of thinking. What do you think about?
I don't think about anything.
You just said you spent 2 weeks thinking.
Well, I used the wrong word.
You must be thinking about something.
I'm killing time. McKinney's supposed to be coming around here tomorrow. Your kind of fella doesn't ask himself many questions. His only question is, how much? Nothing over-reflective about McKinney. He used to sell gas stations. Now he sells art. Same thing as far as McKinney's concerned. Marlboro Galleries. He tries to make it sound classy. It's got the most class of burger joint. Now he's talking about pop art. Showing a soup can, he's fumbling for the pocketbook. When I think of that son of a bitch coming up here, I feel like it's gonna vomit.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to paint something. I got kind of alert.
Artists used to be respected. You know, they had a function in society. You paint a church, you paint a portrait, you do it well enough, you get paid. But now things are different. Now, if it's posterity, you want you take a photograph. Well, what happened to religion? Where did they go? I don't know. You know, they closed the churches, the synagogues are gone. You look at the truth, see it shrink. It's easy. Nobody looks up anymore because all the answers are down here. The altar is obsolete, and in its place, we have the navel. Where does that leave the painting? What is there to paint in a world obsessed with its own garbage? Pop art, soup cans, and the laundromat. The true artist has no alternative in the absence of the sublime. He must become the sublime. A lone prophet in the commercial wilderness to be hunted down and paraded through the marketplace. 15 years ago, I was lucky to sell a canvas for $900. Now I can sell it at $40,000, maybe more. Tomorrow, $400. It's crazy. McKinney can sit in the toilet. It's as close as you'll ever get to art. You can stay in the toilet. Oh, you poured your soul into them? Well, you're going to have to make your soul a little more colorful, a little brighter, perhaps. Then maybe McKinney will be interested in your soul. The mental shot.
Don't let him in.
But he pays.
How much?
What? I get what I can.
How much?
I get what I can for it. Something hidden. They've been called smoke screens. Want some coffee? I'm okay. When I hear people talk about bright colors, you want a happy painting. Take that one.
It's black.
It isn't.
It's black.
It's not black.
You know, I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
The painting?
Pop art. They've got something.
Something what? What do they got?
I don't know. Humor, I guess. Like the soup cans. It isn't art, but it's funny. And the comic book guy sort of I don't know, funny.
Funny?
Yeah, like, fuck you type stuff. Funny.
Fuck who?
I don't know, Mark, I'm not an artist.
Me? That's who's being fucked. I struggled 40 years to drag a little substance into painting. 40 years work, and what am I left with? Funny art? That's not funny, my friend, it's a fucking tragedy. Warhol. Do you know what Warhol said? Pop art, he said, is about liking things. Liking things. What does that mean? I don't understand the language. The future of American painting is in the hands of a deadly child. I shook things up. I transformed American painting from an irrelevant backwater to the chief driving force of art in the West. I did that, me. And now they say I should give way to youth. Why? If they want a seat at the table, they can fight for it with something better than fucking soup gas.
I said they were funny. I didn't say they were Michelangelo or something. Jesus.
I need to sleep.
You haven't painted anything yet.
Well, I don't have to paint the whole time.
They ain't gonna paint themselves. This one's finished, once you put it on its side.
I like it as it is.
It doesn't look any different to that one, except it's darker.
It is different.
Sure it is.
If you took the trouble to look, you'd see it's different.
I can see it's different. That one's got a red square, that one's got a yellow square. Try it sideways.
What?
Put it on its side. Other way.
Remember the night Mel saw her show at the Museum of Modern Art? We agreed she should miss the private viewing. She was happy with that. She came back. I asked her what she thought. She said she felt uncomfortable. I asked her why. She said it was the people looking at the pictures. Silent, like they were sitting in a church without the altar. That pleased me. Good. She started to throw stuff. Cups, generally. She should get out more, get a hobby or something. She could even take an interest in art. She went to art school, for Christ's sake. Then at least she could talk to people. No wonder she gets bored. She doesn't understand what's being said. So, she gets drunk, wants to dance. I'm a painter. If she wanted to dance, she should have married an orator. She met Clifford a couple of weeks back. So now she prefers to stay at home. I let her, and then she complains when I come home late. I tell her the work doesn't finish in the studio. I have to keep in touch with the world. What world? She says. I said, the world out there, down there, the art world. Oh, she says, the art world? She raises her eyebrows real high. The art world?
How do you get that strip of light?
Stop showing the glow, I left a gap. The art world?
A friend, he had a house on the beach. He had parties there. I remember it was getting late. I walked to the water, get some air, take a look at the water. And then there was someone else very close. Didn't say anything. She just stood there next to me. We looked out to sea for a while. The horizon, water, which was, I remember the color, hot gray. Cloud was low. And as we stood there, the sky started to go this deep indigo blue. And I just kept looking across the water at the horizon. I must keep looking at the horizon. Concentrate on that line. Make things stay. That one reminds me.
Edith once described the moment we met, our first encounter. It was on Lake George. Entering a clearing in the forest, she came upon me sitting beneath a tree playing my mandolin. I put her in mind of a satyr, a Dionysian minstrel, disturbing yet irresistible. That's how we met.
Your mandolin?
So you like it? Like what? The painting?
Yeah.
You can have it. 60% off gallery price, no commission. Yeah. lot of money.
Why are you taking off your pants, Mark?
I'm going to bed.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
I know that song. What song? You're whistling a song. It's a song I know. I remember.
I know what I was whistling.
No, I recognize it. What song is that? Why can't I remember it?
Maybe it's not a memorable song.
Yeah, it reminds me of something. No, that's right. I used to play it. I used to play it on my mandolin 100 years ago.
No kidding.
I recall, when was it? I recall the first time I played it in public. I didn't mean to. Edith and I had a few acquaintances round one evening. We'd eaten well and drunk our fill, as I recall, and somebody suddenly cried out, "Mark, bring out your mandolin."
Sounds like things were picking up.
Delightful evening. I played 2 or 3 songs to them. I'm sure I did.
Somebody once said that to be with me and Carol was like spending a day in the sun.
That's good.
I wasn't so keen on parties, but when we did have the others around, you know, sometimes it's required out there. It's a kind of network, parties, restaurants, you kind of move around.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But when we did have friends around, I was proud sometimes. When people came to the place, they always had a good time because of Carol. She could really do that stuff.
That's right, it's important. Did it get cold in here?
She'd be talking to some guy or walking along the edge of the pool, keeping them all happy. Some girl would be gabbing in my ear, and I'd nod when it seemed right, and I'd just watch my wife. I used to watch her. She was the most beautiful.
It's important. That's right. It was just the same with Edith. And Mel sometimes.
She made people open up. Like she was the sun or something, and we kind of wake up. Things got slow, she jumped in the pool.
Oh, Edith didn't do that. Well, we always got through the evening with enjoyment. Maybe not your swell parties, but we had a good time. We didn't do so badly.
We never had to get through an evening.
Yeah, it's different out there. You got the sun and outdoors. It's easy to be lively out there, I think.
New York's pretty lively.
Where are my cigarettes?
It's Don Giovanni.
What is it?
The tune.
Don Giovanni, of course. I haven't eaten today. I get dizzy.
We'll go out.
Are you happy, do you think, Joe?
Happy? You mean what, now?
I mean, like in general.
I guess so. I'm happy with myself, if that's what you mean. You?
Well, yeah, happy. Yeah, I am.
With yourself?
Yeah, I'm happy.
So why do you ask?
I just want to know if you were happy.
I'm very happy, Mark. Thank you.
You regard my life as an irrelevance, I think.
What?
No, I'm just clarifying things.
You didn't take her call.
I would you out.
Okay.
Yeah. Beverly Hotel. Where will you go?
Back to Sacramento, I guess. I'll see my agent first.
What for?
To tell him the project's over? Thanks for this.
Oh, you forgot it, I thought.
Yeah. Thanks.
McKinney will be coming up here tomorrow. I have to, you'd like him. I never asked you what films you've done. You must have done a lot to be where you are. You see, I don't know anything about movies. Well, some actors, of course, I heard of. Clark Cable. You fellas who write. I never asked. Oh, I forget to do things. What's for breakfast?
I need to check out.
I usually eat out. Edith was a lousy cook. That's why I divorced her.
I thought it was because you were myopic.
What?
You told me you divorced her because you were myopic.
I divorced her because she was a lousy cook. My eyesight had no bearing on the matter. Carol was a cook, I guess.
Who?
Carol. Your wife. Cooking?
Sure, she could cook.
Well, maybe I shouldn't talk about her if it's, you know, sensitive.
Edith.
Carol. Edith's painful. She's still alive. So you can understand how difficult it must be, you know, for you.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
Yeah, I can understand that. Who's it from?
What? Oh, my sister.
Does she live in Sacramento?
Staten Island. Bit of a fatalist, Gene.
Are you?
Christ, no. 5 years' time, we'll be writing movies, freelance, top budget stuff.
Aren't you doing that already?
I am, yeah, pretty much.
When I first came to this place, I couldn't even speak the language.
What's that?
That's right, a 10-year-old yid in a bat suit who learned the language in 2 months. I was a bright kid. But then I started to talk, and once I started, I couldn't stop, because if I stopped talking, I'd disappear, and you gotta fight to be visible in this place. So talking's what I've always done. But people can take advantage of that.
You don't talk so much.
They take advantage. They listen, but they don't tell you what's going on. Of course, it doesn't matter to me, because there's some people on a fucking deity. True, I miss my mother sometimes, but only after a drink. Oh, Mel.
You belong here.
Yeah, sure I belong. I go to bed nowadays pissing distance from the Guggenheim. I belong, yeah. When I first read your epitaph, I thought you were just another freeloader. It's sometimes good to be proved wrong, even for me. Where are you going?
I'm going to go to Sacramento.
I'm talking to you. You don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you.
I need to check out.
I was talking to you.
I'm sorry, Mark. I already packed my notes. You want me to stay?
What's that?
You want me to stay?
I was talking to you.
You want me to stay?
You want to stay?
I asked you. You want me to stay?
Yes, I would like you to stay. You want to stay?
Yes, I would like to stay.
Well, then stay. What's the problem?
What's happening?
Nothing's happening.
I'm shaking here.
That's enough. Bring that stuff over here.
What about the brushes?
Don't touch those.
So many colors. Cerulean blue.
They are my courtiers, soon to be pressed into loving service.
I am cerulean blue.
Fix me a drink.
Drink coming up?
And one for yourself, Pilgrim. We need a little fire in our bellies.
This is it, Mark. History. Feels like I could be apprenticed to one of the great masters.
What do you mean, feels like? Give me a cigarette.
You got one.
Give me a fresh one.
One fresh cigarette. 2 fresh cigarettes.
A toast in smoke. I like that.
Tonight.
Tonight. Easy, Pilgrim. Take off my jacket. Don't follow me.
Where'd you stop?
I said, don't follow me.
I'm not following, Mark. I'm just moving around here.
Well, don't move around.
Okay. Just shifting my weight.
I can't work like this.
I'll keep still. Try it the other way.
Fix me a drink.
What are you doing, Mark? You were gonna paint.
Don't shout.
I'm not shouting. I'm making a point. You were gonna paint something.
That's not a point, it's a statement. You're a writer, you should know that.
Why'd you stop?
Too much noise.
I'll keep quiet.
Fix me a drink.
Jesus, Mark. I've been coming here 4 days. I've never seen you lift a brush.
Oh, I dropped some ass.
Look at the place. There's stuff everywhere. You can't move. There's so much stuff. I show up, you go to bed.
Put it down. I'm depressed.
You weren't depressed 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, things change.
Okay, so I moved a little. I'm sorry.
I can't paint when I'm depressed.
To look at some of this stuff, I don't know how you can paint it any other way.
Fuck you, my friend.
I come to see the big painter in town,
Biggest.
and he's hit a dry patch. He's depressed.
It's not just about you, my friend. I have my problems, too. Maybe not as many and as varied, but I have my problems.
Sure, you have problems. You're a painter, but you won't paint.
Oh, coming from a writer.
I can write.
Defensive. What do you read?
What? Read? I write. What does it matter what I read?
It will give me an indication of where your interests lie.
My interest?
In the field of reading. What do you read?
I don't know what Mickey Spillane. Fuck it. When I was a kid, Mickey Spillane. How about that?
I'm not familiar.
I'll buy you a copy. Hell, I'll give you one of mine. What about you?
Myself, and President Kierkegaard.
That's good. Kierkegaard's okay. German, right? I'll buy you a copy of him, too. Then you got them both.
He was Danish.
Who gives a fuck? It's not what you read, it's what you do.
Do?
What you do. What you do.
Oh, he's a prude.
Fuck you, Mark.
What have you done?
Fuck you.
Fuck you, my friend.
No, fuck you.
No, no, Joe. Fuck you.
Okay, Mark, I'm fucked. It's late. I gotta go.
Have a drink.
A drink?
A drink.
It's late.
Well, it's not too late to paint. You can watch him try to paint, but it's too late to drink with the guy.
It's late, Mark.
So, stay over. We'll get drunk.
Stay here?
Sure, why not? You can sleep on the floor. I got blankets. After drinking with me, my friend, you won't care where you sleep. You're staying at the Beverly, for Christ's sake. You should be glad of the offer.
Okay.
Okay. That's right. Enjoy yourself. We'll have a party. Get out the mandolin. If I had my mandolin, Joseph, I would get it out. Make no mistake.
Okay, we're swinging.
That's right, my friend. That's what we're doing right now. Glasses.
I washed them. They're in the washroom.
No, you're a house-proud man, Joe. It's admirable.
What's wrong with that?
Did I say there's anything wrong with it? I said it's admirable. Don't get so defensive. Vaughan!
I should go.
She'll be drunk. You can't talk to her when she's like that.
Maybe it's where he should be tonight.
You're not happy with the situation, you can leave.
I didn't say I was unhappy.
So, we'll take a drink. I sometimes think about moving out for good. Make this my permanent address. You got kids? No. Forgot to ask. Yeah. Music.
Let's liven things up a little. I should go. What time do I show tomorrow?
Anytime.
I met McKinney.
When?
2 days back.
You didn't say. What were you doing then?
I was waiting for you.
What was he doing?
He was waiting for you too. We were both waiting for you. He said he had an appointment. Did he?
Did he what?
Have an appointment.
I was out.
I know. You were drinking.
What happened again?
I thought that's why you forgot.
I didn't say I forgot. I was drinking.
What did he want?
I don't know. I wasn't here. My work, I guess. What did you
I
want?
told you, Mark. We agreed to meet. I show up, there's a guy asleep in the dark.
Well, who's that?
Mark, are you listening to me? McKinney. McKinney was here. He was asleep in your studio. He was waiting for you.
Well, what's significant about that?
There's nothing significant about it. I was just saying I met the guy and I didn't like him.
Well, you didn't say that.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't. He made me... It was uncomfortable to see him here. He looked